Okay, my name is Afifa. I'm going to present our lovely story with my colleague Aisha and Khawla. It begins from our lovely Emirates, Ajman, from 2070 to 2030. In this graph, we are investigating the population growth from 2070 to the expected 2030. That's shown here. The population will grow from 345,000 in 2070 to 545 approximately 2030. Okay, in this graph, the urban development is also growing in the same period. It's mentioned here in the graph because we focus on three categories. The first category is about the sum of the site plan, which is in the green. The second one is sum of the utilities, which is here, I think it's gray, but it's real color blue. And the third one on the building permits. Our third graph, it's by combining the population trends with the urban trends. We saw here that we can see that both population and urban, they are growing parallel together, and that shows the alignment between those two elements, population and urban. Now, my colleague Khawla, she will continue our lovely story.
Yeah. So from our study and from our collected data, we discovered that, as Afifa said, that the current trends of the population growth and the urban developments, they are increasing. But there was also a potential element that might create a challenge to Ajman 2030 of the master plan, which is the population of the working employees that are actually working in Ajman, but they don't reside within the city. So the challenge is that that population is going to copy the same trend. It's going to basically increase by 2030. So we wanted to understand, to unveil the information, where are these people are going to be populated, and which area and district is going to be highly dense with these populations. So we overlapped the information of the current resident of Ajman and the employees that are commuting to Ajman to see the areas that needs to be developed further and to cope with the Ajman Master Plan 2030, which is basically it is focusing on the current population only. So now Aisha will continue.
Okay, we are representing now the population on the map of Ajman, which is a custom map that shows the district, the exact district of Ajman, and the darker the color, the higher the density. So the first one will show that is showing the population density by 2030, and the second one is showing the density on working hours, which means mainly on the morning time.
How can we go down? Okay.
So mainly these areas like Naimiya 1, Rashidiyya 1, Jurf 2, the industrial area for Jurf 3 is mainly going to be more having more people in the morning time than the regular population. By the first conclusion, where the higher density of the people in the morning time, we added one more information to see if these information are the utilities and the amenities that are available currently in Ajman, and what is the plan by 2030, and are they really focused on those areas where we have a higher density in the morning time? Because in the morning time, for these employees who are commuting, in their break time, for example, where are they going to sit? Where are they going to eat? Maybe they need more transportation. Maybe they need some facilities where they can rest, especially if they are working for example, in private sectors where they finish at 5. So this actually the dots is showing the amenities, and the higher the dots, the larger the circle is, the more amenities on that district.
What do you mean by amenities?
Hotels, restaurants,
Facilities.
other facilities.
And what, can you go back to that one? Can I just
Yeah.
ask a quick question? So some of the circles are concentric. Why is that?
For the years.
Because they are summing
I don't know. It's not.
by year. I mean, the 2017, 21, and like
24.
Oh, okay. So
We
the
actually-
largest circle is the final goal.
yes.
Yes.
By 2030. So by this, for example, we can conclude that maybe some of the effort for increasing the amenities or other utilities should be moved from, for example, this district, because the color shows that the density is not very high, and that we need to move this one, or the effort or the budget that is going to be spent by investing on these areas to increase it more on this area in order to accommodate the number of people there. So these are the conclusion we are going to present. So by that, the government need to take in consideration the population in the morning time in their master plan 2030, not only the population for the people who are actually living on Ajman. The second recommendation is that the amenities distribution need to be reconsidered in the urban development. As we said, maybe some of the areas that are not very high having very high density. So the budget and this allocation of these amenities need to be shifted for or moved for the higher density people. The population and the urban threat should be resilient to changes such as economic crisis. So the master plan is not something fixed. It should be revisited with time. And the case in master plan 2030 is taking the regular growth of the people. Yeah, the regular growth of the people. So what if, for example, a crisis happened by 2024? Then the government should understand as well that if a crisis happens, it means that some of the population will go down, especially for the commuters, and the investment and the urban measures should also reflect that, so we don't waste our money and our budget in developing our city where there are a crisis. So they need to be flexible with external challenges that might happen.
So are you saying that the dashed lines reflect like conservative and liberal estimates for growth?
The dashed
Are
line
they
are the
rank-
automatic trends
that's
of
right.
the,
Oh, they're the trend.
Trends.
Okay,
it
they're
is
the
the
growth trends.
trend of each line.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, excellent. Very stellar job. I'm very impressed. Now, one of the things that happens when you do a stellar job is it raises some questions. So one question that is raised for me is it seems that the growth rate is increasing or is expected to increase. Why is that? How will that happen, that the growth rate will increase?
Yeah, one of the things that Ajman is popular of is the low rent for the citizens in general and for the commuters. So you can see that most of the low-income people, even if they are working on Dubai, but they actually live in Ajman. And the let's say the economic rate as well are based on these low to medium average income for people. So another thing is that Ajman is focused as well on economics. So if we can move to the map, please. We have a lot of industrial areas in Ajman. We have 3 industrial areas here and 2 industrial areas, and they have lots of big factories and big industries are being done in Ajman. So it is our potential, and actually the fact that most of the workers they stay in Ajman, whether they work or they work in Dubai, and they live in Ajman because of the low rental rate.
Okay, and so that will contribute to the change in the growth rate?
Yes.
Yes.
It will.
How is that?
This will affect the growth rate because a worker come and he sits with his families. So the families for these workers are going to be like citizens or
Citizens, yes.
and living in Ajman, not only visiting. And the other thing, it's also going to affect the population and the utility and the urban development when they commute, because we need to focus on, for example, the rush hours when entering and leaving Ajman, because in these type of, in the morning time especially.
Okay.
Because all they are suffering from that point already. That's why the problem is this point.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Because
understand.
all they are suffering from that point, the rest time. That's why you are focusing in this time, in this point.
So
to
I
solve that
think I
problem.
understand that, but I just don't understand that kink in the curve. The curve seems to increase at one point.
That is for the building permits. It's for the facility.
لا اللي قبله حتى اللي قبله.
Yeah, and there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
So these are the efforts that the government is putting on the plan for forecasting in order to accommodate the regular growth of the people. So these are the number of site plans, which are the the plots that are being allocated for services, and the building permits, which are the as well. It reflects the number of site plan. So the total number of buildings that is going to be there by 2030, for example.
So the government is sort of lagging growth. Is that what's happening? That they're planning to increase their efforts after they see what's happening?
No, they are working in parallel, but with the regular population. So the challenge is, are they accommodating the people who are only commuting?
Let me just. These two lines are not parallel. Okay, either these lines are parallel, or these lines are parallel. They can't both be parallel.
Exactly.
So what I'm trying to understand is why this number is increasing at a greater rate as it goes along. Why are there these kinks in this?
Yeah.
And there are not kinks here.
Okay. These are a regular population growth estimation, but this one is reflecting the building permit. So usually the process is that you issue a site plan. Okay, you are giving a parcel to a person in order to build this parcel. However, it takes 2 or 3 years for the building to be finished. So here comes, I think, the changes in the rate, because you can see that sometimes you are allocating one big parcel, which is counted as one, but you build like 2 or 3 buildings on the same area. So here comes just the difference between site plan, because it is a parcel, and the number of buildings per that parcel. So that's why even you can see that it is double the number of the parcels.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, because I think if that's true, then simply this one line would be higher than the other, but it wouldn't be at a different rate. It would be at the same rate, but just higher. But okay, I guess I'm not going to get the answer I'm looking for here. So that's okay. Does anybody else have questions for them? Okay, then I'd like to move on to, if nobody has any questions, I'd like to move on to asking you how you achieved this. You did a number of things extremely well here. One is colors, and unfortunately on this display, you can't see how excellent their colors are. This projector just isn't too good. But for example, those colors, all of these colors were extremely well chosen. So I wonder how you did that. How did you manage to get such good colors?
So
Because
it is not only test. It is the background of the color theory. If you are, for example, are trying, it is more into artistic way here.
Yeah, because all we are working as artists here. We have
So you're all
feeling.
working as artists. That's the reason.
Not artists. There is a purpose of, for this graph. You need people to see it and catch the information from the first time. So imagine you are putting it all in one line, in one color. It won't be attractive for the people, to read it and understand it. On the other way, if it was, for example, one for example, one color or one.
So I think you're answering a different question than I'm asking. So I'm actually asking how you came up. So I already am convinced that this is great, and you're answering that question: is this great? And I'm already convinced of that. So my question is, how did you come up with that? What is it? You are artists? Is that actually is a legitimate
Okay, I'm going to
answer.
explain.
Yeah.
We are an architect. We are working all together with the plan and
Like
colors.
color
She's
themes
an
and everything.
artist also. She's
So
working
you-
with the colors.
So you've
Second
studied
point-
color theory, is
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
that's why once
Like
we
we
discuss, we say we have to choose warm color with cool color
Uh-huh.
to be matching together. That's my point. It was when
It's
we
like
were
pastel
discussed that
colors.
point. That's why
Okay.
we
I'm
focus
sorry,
on this
what
point.
did you say?
Pastel colors.
Pastel.
Pastel colors.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything to add to that? So it's a different question that I'm asking. Do you see what I mean now?
Yeah.
Okay. So and your answer is a good one. Okay. Then another question about the technical aspect is your maps. They're just amazing. So how did you manage to come up with these maps?
So the map in general is a GIS file, which is actually a shape file. So we added it just like we add the Excel sheet because Tableau is giving you the option of
Wait,
adding.
just let me. What is it you're trying to do here?
Because we want just okay,
Okay.
Oh, you want to show the top map.
Oh.
both.
Oh, you want to show both.
Yeah.
Well, that's not possible.
Okay.
Can't
So
have both.
well, we added the map the same way that we are adding the Excel because Tableau is giving you the option of adding different type of.
Okay, can you show us
files.
that process?
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
So if you just press escape, you'll get out of this, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
not. Well, here, let me get out. Oh, it was already out. Okay.
So the GIS file is already saved somewhere on the PC.
Uh-huh.
So we go into the data source. Where is the?
In the lower left corner.
Yeah. لا هو الماوس هيك. We go into the data source. How do you click? كيف انتو
Okay, to the mouse.
What's happening here? Why are you
okay.
guys coming up here?
I
thought they are done.
No, they're not done. I'm asking questions, and I want you to listen to the answers. Okay, so this is very important
She
for.
told us to
Okay, it's her fault then. But I want you to
كيف
listen to
نسوي
this because
نكليك
these are techniques that you can learn to use, and you can
انت
use them
سوي
in
انا
your
ما
work,
قلت حتى
and you can do
يكنسل
stuff as impressive as what they're
وين
doing.
To ban English mouse.
I don't know how to
Okay.
use the Mac actually.
Oh,
يلا
I'm
نصير
sorry.
داتا سورس.
Yeah, so through the data source, click on the data inside the data source.
Okay, you're in the wrong place here.
Huh?
I'll show you where's the data source.
هو مانا كل شيء بكليك. وانا نحن بالتاتش.
We are using by
Huh?
touch.
This is,
هي بس ماله الكيبورد.
We cannot use
الباد
mouse.
ماله بكليك كليك كل شيء.
it's either
نحن عادي
Aisha
بالتاب.
or I think I'm using this one
Okay.
because it just happened to come first.
Okay.
So here's the
Yeah, this is a shape file, which is a GIS type of file that is actually a map. So we load it into, we add it into the data source. We open it.
I think I clicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once we open it, it will show here as one of the files. So ضغط اللي على اليونيون.
Mhm.
We just make the
أضغط عليه.
Yes.
the join. We join the table of the population by the district name, and in the shape file, the district name are titled e-name for English name. So we join them by this. We say that maybe primary key or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and after that, the join is for the first time it was not successful until we did this.
Yes. We
So
change.
after that, خلاص هي ما تحتاجينها. So we will have the spatial file is already here. So we drag
وين؟
افتحي وحدة جديدة.
نيو.
New.
وين صار؟
So here in the dimension, we will find the
Can
dimension
module.
and the measures for the geometry. We drag the geometry and we will have them up.
When
Oh,
can?
okay. So you just drag the
Yeah.
geometry into
Geometry
the.
and it automatically it chooses that.
The map.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how are you able to locate things on the map?
We
So,
take it from measures to labels.
Yes.
Yeah.
We join them first on the data source or by the district name.
Oh, okay.
So the population has the district name on it. The by years it has the district name as well. So we joined everything by the district name. So as an identification.
Okay, so is that pretty clear to everybody how they manage this? So now all you need is her phone number so you can get the shape maps because
Yes.
I suspect that it's hard to come by those shape maps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shape files, yeah. Okay. All right.
So this is how we did the map.
Okay, excellent. Anything else that you want to add?
خلصتي الكونكلوجن صح؟
Yes.
So Tableau is for me and the experience that we had in this week is a powerful tool that can be used to represent information. However, it is not smart enough to understand everything.
Yes.
So the user the user of the Tableau need to prepare the data in a really good way and to understand what is in the data and not leaving this option for Tableau. For example, when we first insert the map, all the area was here. We were missing these two areas and these two areas. It was simply not showing on the map. And later on, we discovered that there is a spelling mistake on the shape file itself. The district area name of these two were changed. And that was not reflected on the population. So we need to correct the population file. And finally, we got the full map there.
I see.
For me, it was a big challenge because first time I'm using this table.
Yeah, we are.
And you had never used Tableau before?
No, first time.
Wow, I'm very impressed.
And we had also to test. For example, if we take it from the measures and then
No, there's a mistake. We have to replace. No, we have to change. We discussed that. That's why.
Yeah, for example, some of the pills, when you are dragging it, it will do a mathematical, for example, mathematical calculation that we don't need.
Yeah.
And it is reflecting the wrong number on our data. Then we discovered that if it wasn't the measure are not doing calculations. So, for example, if you are dragging population from here, it will directly come. But if the same field was on the measures, when you will drag it, it will give you the sum of the population.
That's
I
why.
see.
Yes,
I see.
you have to know exactly what's our goal from using this Tableau. Because if we are not understanding exactly from what we are going to get, that means we are going to miss more information.
I see. Excellent. Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.